So today we're going to be talking about septic systems. Here's the thing that you need to understand about a septic system. A house is defined by its bedrooms and its value based upon its septic system. It doesn't matter how many rooms with closets you have in them. The only thing that matters in a perspective of value to buyers, the government, to the people valuing your property is how many bedrooms the septic system is permitted for. Having a permitted septic system is extremely important if you're a homeowner that is wanting to retain value in your property as you build it. If you're a homesteader that is a true off-gridder or a prepper, you probably don't care what it's permitted for. You're probably just looking for some sort of way to be able to dispose of human waste. I can tell you that a septic system is a lot more practical in the long run than using a sawdust toilet. So if you are looking at it from that standpoint, this video is still for you. Getting a septic system is extremely important for your property. In this video, we're going to cover how a septic system works so that you have a better understanding of what it is going to take to put one onto your property and making sure that you can put in a septic system that's not going to cost an arm and a leg. Some of the septic systems that are being approved these days are northwards of $30,000 to install. We want you to have a better understanding of this stuff so that you end up putting in a standard septic system that's not going to cost you a lot of money. Trust me when I say that nothing pleases me more than being able to show you an installed septic system on this property. We had a horrible time trying to get this approved. Once we got approved for a low profile chamber system. So here we have our septic system. So let's talk a little bit about how septic systems work. Basically, you have a drain pipe that is coming out of your house and going to the septic tank. That drain pipe is usually about 6 inches in diameter to 4 inches in diameter. It runs downhill. It has to run at the right angle. If your waste is moving too fast or it's moving too slow, it could clog that pipe. A lot of times, if there's a steep drop to where the actual septic tank sits, you'll see them step it down in the soil because they don't want to have all the sludge and scum getting crammed up by moving too fast or too slow through the pipes. So it makes its way down into the septic tank. The septic tank has an inlet, and the inlet goes into the first half of the tank. In that first half, it separates most of the scum and the sludge from the water, and the water becomes what we call effluent. Effluent is basically just a mucky mix of liquid scum and sludge that has broken down over time. So the effluent is very watery. It doesn't have a whole lot of junk left in it. The effluent will then pass through a baffle, which is about 6 inches wide by 2 to 3 inches high. It's basically just a hole in the concrete between the two sections, and it enters into the second chamber of your septic system. In that second chamber, it continues to separate the scum from the sludge. Now, scum floats to the surface of the water. Sludge sinks to the bottom, and as they decompose, the little particles and pieces of them level out there with the effluent. Before going anywhere else, you'll have an outlet with a pre-filter. This filter is designed to basically remove additional scum and sludge before going out into your leach field. From the outlet, two things could happen. Either you're going to have a gravity-fed system that is going downhill to your leach field, or the effluent is going to go into a pump and then from there be pumped uphill to a leach field. In our system, everything flows downhill. The pipe that the effluent first goes through is called the header. It travels through the header and then is dispersed amongst several
perforated pipes that are called laterals. The laterals are perforated and run out over gravel. The effluent is able to seep out of the pipes through the gravel, which is also part of the filtration system, and then into the ground. What we have is a little different. It is called a chamber system, where the laterals are normally a perforated pipe. Ours are these chambers that are set onto the ground, which allow the water to free flow through the chambers and kind of spread out across the ground before it seeps into the ground. This is a gravelless system because where the gravel is normally kind of allowing the water to expand a little bit before it goes into the ground, with these chambers, it allows the water to expand even more before going into the ground. And the chambers are there for soil types that are unable to accept as much moisture and water. A gravel system works really well in soil types that are more sandy. The sandier soil can handle a lot more of the water at once, and it filters it faster. The chamber system is designed to basically create an expansion point for your effluent to take a little more time to seep into the soil so that you're not saturating the soil faster.